I'm with Ivana Taylor of DIY Marketers, who's a presenter at OIVAC 2011. Ivana, why do you feel that continuing education such as attending a convention like OIVAC is beneficial in helping small businesses like VAs get their business out of first gear?
Well, Lynn, there's absolutely nothing like being with a group of inspired entrepreneurs all together, listening and getting new information. And I've never been to a conference where I haven't picked up some useful and exciting tips. And not only do you get the tips from the experts, but then you also get a chance to interact with other people and other attendees at the conference. And the great thing about, virtual conference is that, you can actually be putting things to work. You don't have to wait until you get home. So that's really exciting.
And your presentation is going to be titled, How to Get Your Ideal Customer to Choose You. What makes you an expert in this particular field?
Lynn, I started out in marketing and market research. I also did some work with competitive intelligence. I just basically had your typical career. You start out in sales and do marketing management, and then I was an executive for a large international company. And one of the things that I realized that I spent my time doing, I asked myself, why are we doing any of this? And what I realized was that the reason we do any kind of marketing activity is to find out who our ideal customer is and then figure out ways to get them to choose us instead of somebody else. So there were all these really, this is why we do research. This is why we do pricing. This is why we segment and group people into, different categories and market segments and target segments. And, there's all this work that goes around and all of that just to get them to choose us. And so I basically built a consulting practice around exactly that. So typically, so I've had 25 years. Oh, my God, I can't believe it's been that long. 25 years experience in doing exactly that, working a marketing process that includes market research, offering development, pricing, communications, and strategies, and all that just to find out who the ideal customer is, what's important to them when they're buying what we're selling, and then figuring out a system to get them to choose us every time, regardless of price.
Fantastic. And what value do you think that VAs will receive by attending your presentation?
Well, I'll tell you the best value that you can get, and I know in the category of being a VA, everyone has a specific set of skills, and everyone works with a really specific kind of person. And the value that they're going to get is, first, we're going to cover very, very specific tips, tricks, and strategies for how to identify that ideal customer. And it's not what you might think, and it's not everybody, and it's not, sometimes your ideal customer might be someone who wears brown socks on Tuesdays. You don't know. But we're going to be covering strategies that will help you choose the person that you love to work with that loves to work with you. And you know what that means? That means that they will never, ever start nickel and dining you on price, and that's really important. So the first value they'll get is they'll identify their ideal customer. Another value that they'll get is they'll identify a signature strength. We'll go through some exercises to help them identify exactly what strengths set them apart. And then finally, we'll look at some strategies for developing offers that how to state what you do and how you do it and really frame your strength in a way that's going to make that ideal customer want you and nobody else.
Oh, that sounds terrific. Thanks so much, Ivana. Looking forward to your presentation at OIVAC.
Well, I'm looking forward to giving it. It's going to be really exciting.